Hello, everybody. How are we doing? We got to the end of the week. It's a Friday. How are we doing, PainGod?
I'm always sad when it's Friday
Why is that?
because there's so much to do, and when I get to Friday, I'm like trying to finish everything up for the week, and it's just busy, busy, busy. I like working, so
Yeah, I remember I was going back over some of our highlights for the streams over the last few weeks, and I was highlighting and cropping one of our streams when we got back from the 3 day weekend, and as you said, the 4 day week. And you were saying, you always hate a 3 day weekend because it means that we've got so much work to cram into such a short amount of time.
yeah, it's not like a lot of regular office jobs where you have your things to do, and that's all that gets done that day. In this
Absolutely.
business, it's as much as you can do during a day is what you get done. Um, and there's always a feeling of I got to do more. I want to get this in. I want to get this in the next release. You can't get everything you want all the time, but um, wouldn't
Yeah,
do it if we didn't love it.
definitely. And speaking of those things, that's what everybody's here today for. So it's Friday, so we sit down with Mr. Paingod and myself. We have no tank czars today. We're doing a little bit of a trial run for next Friday, because next Friday we'll be doing the stream as normal, fingers crossed, and then straight after we're doing the Tanker Rewards sweepstakes stream. And so just to avoid any like crossing over with swapping over from Tankzar's stream to mine, we're gonna just do it all. I'm gonna do it all. I've already noticed some tweaks I want to make. As you can see, I have messed up PainGod's camera. It looks really cool. No no need to worry or anything, PainGod. But the I do know that I've got the border is in view right now and it's ugly. I'm sorry. I'll fix it for next week.
As long
All
as you're not
right.
putting like cat filters over me or anything.
There is no cat filters, but I will write that down in my trusty wargaming notebook and make sure to do that for April Fool's Day.
Oh yeah,
All right, so one of the things that your team have been working on, recently, and have you got any updates for the community on things that are going to be coming really soon?
yeah. So I mentioned last week we were doing another a map rotation matchmaker test to mainly try to avoid people getting the same map back to back, as well as even out the distribution, the percentage of times that you see each map, so you're seeing them evenly. So the results of that test, it was a much improved, a very very even spread of maps from tier 5 and up. The chances of back-to-back maps are even smaller. I think a player has like a 0.39% chance of getting a back-to-back, which equals to like 1 in 147. It'll happen to some unlucky people, unfortunately, but the incidence of it happening is far less, and you should be going through the whole rotation of maps. Next thing we're looking on that front, so we're going to keep this change because it's very successful. So the next things we're looking at, a couple of things. Setting the rotation time, set rotation times for the map. So the map in the queue changes every 4 minutes. Average match in Watt console is 5 to 7, depending on tier. So what that means is the maps would always be in the same rotation, and unless you had a match that was less than 4 minutes long, there's no way you would see the map twice. So we're looking at experimenting with that, but we're also looking at team balance. As always, one of the reasons we made the change to the 3-man platoons, which improve balance, but it could always be better. Uh, we're looking at possibly, instead of using tank weights, which is what we do right now, that the tanks have a value and that determines how we match up, kind of a point value. The two teams, is looking as close to possible matching the tanks across the team. So if if I explain this correctly, is looking at all the available tanks that are in the queue for that battle tier and saying, okay, there's 2 Super Pershings, grab those, put one in each team. 2, so you make every pair as close as you can, and then what you fill out the rest, because it's hard to have complete matching teams when there's 900 and some tanks in the game.
Wow.
Some being rare and only owned by some people. After we exact match tanks, whatever's left, match tier and class at the very least. I think I have that right. There's somebody on Skype about to tell me if I'm wrong or not.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should make sure that we got nobody in the team going, no, stop.
No, you got it wrong.
It happens.
That's happened a couple times in streams, and I don't see the message until afterwards.
Nothing so far. We're good. So I think we got it right.
Especially because I'm on a laptop, so I don't have a whole lot of screen space right now.
Excellent. So that's
discuss those 2 options, and let us know what you think.
Tuesday. I'll put all of that into my post-stream kind of wrap-up, put it on the forums, and see what you guys have to say when I come back to it on Monday. Speaking of next week,
Tuesday comes a whole host of fixes. I don't have any really cool, sweet ones or screenshots to show you. These are all quality of life fixes, things like areas in the map you can get stuck in, or objects you can get stuck on, bad spawns, floating objects, bad collisions, wrong shell names, stuff like that. I'm happy about these fixes because they were mainly all reported by you guys, and have come through, and we're cleaning these things up as we're going along. But the big news for next week is the new season starts, and there'll be a new season pass and all kinds of new content. I was about to tell you the name of the season, but I was told no by PR. But you'll find out. You tune in on Insider Information on Monday with our pal Liam here. It's National Women's Day or Worldwide Women's Day?
It's International Women's Day, so
International Women's Day.
We're going to be doing a special stream on Monday. We're going to be previewing all of the season tanks, and I will go through the regular kind of early information with you guys, get it out there nice and early. So if you guys want to come along, we'll probably do a giveaway or 2 on that day, and we're going to be joined by one of our team members, Modern Callout. We're going to be joined by Hella 1981 and Lucky Star Pie, who are 2 of our top community contributors, and we're going to be joined by Girly Devil and KB as well, who are 2 of our newest ambassadors. And then straight after, the lovely Rybat is going to be doing a stream as well. So we're really looking to put a spotlight on our women tankers on Monday, and it should be a really special day. So we'll get to see and try out all of these new tanks as well, and we'll learn a little bit more about the new season as well, I reckon. That all starts at 2 o'clock.
Did you say the fiery Rybat?
The fiery... I have seen a fiery Rybat once or twice, but generally she's very lovely, especially on stream. I said lovely, I think. I hope I said lovely.
You said lovely. You said lovely. I was making it up. She's lovely and fiery. I've worked with her for a decade and a half.
Wow.
So in that season pass, there's 3 unique hero commanders that are themed to the season. As I mentioned last week, we'll be debuting the CS52 LIS Polish Medium Tier 8 Premium, which is a foreshadowing of things to come. It'll have a custom hero skin. I can't tell you a ton about a tank because I can play in this other tank a lot, the T77 US Heavy Tier 8 Premium. It also has a custom skin. I'm a big US tank player. I always have been, and I'm trying to master this one. I'm more of either playing scouts or sniping, and this one is different than my playstyle. So I've been trying to master it, and it's a heavy, and it's got a much better penetration than most of the heavies in its class. So it has a better potential damage per minute than the others. The cool thing about it is it has the fastest interclip reload of 2 seconds, which means you can fire all 3 rounds in 4 seconds. So
That's pretty
I'm
crazy.
trying to play it like a close-in, heavy brawler. I'm not super successful with it yet, but it feels good to be able to get that many penetration shots in a row in that short period of time. It feels more like a finishing tank to me. But you'll get to see this on Monday in the stream and listen to what other people think and make your own opinions. But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, that's a heavy tank probably falls in my wheelhouse a little bit more there, so I'll be looking forward to trying that one out on Monday specifically, and then I'll probably play a lot of it on Friday next week after our stream. I'll probably be playing quite a lot of that during the Tanker Reward Sweepstakes stream, which I think we're going to do another bounty event for. So it's going to be really tough for me playing, but I know you guys love hunting me down. So stay tuned for some more information on that. That T77 as well, along with all of these new season tanks, came through the community super test and things like that. I wasn't involved in this specific test. I think I was really busy that week, but I know it went through the community super test. So hopefully those guys really kind of like left their mark on it and stuff like that, and that you guys will really enjoy it when it comes into the game on Tuesday.
Okay, and then later on in the month, that Polish premium is heralding the arrival of the Polish medium line. The interesting thing about this Polish medium line is the tier 10 tank has a new gameplay feature. It's a gas turbine boost that can get you in speeds up to like 70 kph. So that ought to be really fun to play with. That's my next one I'm gonna play with and try to master. So it'll be interesting to see what players are the first to get their way all the way up to that tier 10 and check it out.
Excellent. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people excited about those said Polish tanks.
Yeah, when we tanks with like a new mechanic are really popular to try something out. The Swedish tanks with the siege mode was one of the most popular tank lines that we released after the major tank lines. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people think. We're looking at more unique elements we can add to the different lines to give them their rock paper scissors or reinforce the rock paper scissors type of play.
Excellent. I just seen a wild Rybat appear in the chat as well. Somebody said my name.
It's because she's always spying.
Ears burning. Great stuff. Yeah.
And you'll get all the details and insider information of everything else that's gone on in the season on Monday with Liam. Things we're been working on this week, the premium tech tree, cleaning that up and making that really usable, is making good progress. The tank detail stats page that you've all been asking to have returned is under design review right now. We'll be adding that to the armor viewer, so you have a page where you can have all the nice stats and everything you need, gun depression, all that stuff.
Excellent.
Let's see what else. It's been a lot. My head's been kind of spinning all week.
Yeah. Yeah, we've my community team done quite a lot of adjusting and stuff on our end this week as well. We did a whole new revamp to our Discord page. There's memes. If you guys like memes, World of Tanks console memes and anything wargaming related memes, we got a channel for that. We've got an Ask the Team feature now as well. If you guys are always asking me questions, so I might as well answer those questions in public if I can. So head on over to our Discord and come and check out some of those new features and try them out. Fire me a question and I'll wait for a bunch of them to come together. And if I can answer them, I will do. If I can't answer them, I'll find somebody who can for you guys.
Cool. Another thing that I just saw coming into the build is the picture and name of the commander right over the tank in the garage, so it's obvious that you have a commander and what commander is in that tank. I just saw the initial implementation of that. It's still going to have to go through design pass and RPass and everything like that. I saw the functionality coming into the build this week, and I was all excited.
But yeah, that's another thing that the community is really going to be happy about. Little things like that are always really good for the community. I get that pretty much daily. Let us know that we've not got a commander and stuff like that. But yeah, the tank details. Is it stuff like the gun depression and things like that, and the hull information? Is that what you meant with the tank details stats page?
Yeah, there's a whole list of stats that we used to have, ones that have been requested. Max Chaos led the charge on collecting all that and spelling out exactly everything that should be on that page.
He's a good one, Max Chaos.
Now, if something ends up missing, don't blame him, because spec to implementation are very, very far apart sometimes. I'm not saying anything's going to miss him, but I didn't want to throw his name out to blame him if your favorite stat's not there. I think he got them all on the list. If we can fit them all on the page, I think they'll all make it there. Sometimes you just can't fit that information on one page, but we'll let you know how that progresses.
Yeah, and as always,
hopefully next week I'll have a mock-up for you to show you.
Oh, that'd be cool. And if there's anything post when we've released it that you guys are really missing, just let me know, and I'll put it into my reports as I do.
Well, I'm sure they'll let you know.
Oh, nothing gets past this community. You cannot get anything past them. Cool. All right. Let's have a look through this chat here. See if I can pull any questions out. You people enjoying the equipment sale? They want it permanent. Cheeky. Absolutely cheeky. Thor Odinson, one of the channel favorites, is asking about the tech tree, if we and things like that. I know you just briefly mentioned that we're cleaning up the premium tech tree and stuff like that. Are you able to go into any details with kind of what the community will expect when that work's finished?
I'll do one better if you keep me honest and remind me next week. Liam, I'll bring along a screenshot of the latest from the game.
Excellent. So there's something for us to look forward to next Friday. Petty360 is asking about the damage RNG. I know that it was adjusted in the last big update. Are we able to go into any detail with that, or is that something that we could come back to in the future as well?
I know we decreased the RNG, so you had a greater chance of penetration. The exact number, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think I know what it is, but I don't want to misquote. Maybe a friendly neighborhood designer will pop up and tell me in Skype. If not, I can have that information for you next week as well.
I can keep an eye on that and see if we can find a little bit more information there as well. Lady Obscura wants me to do some karaoke. It's not happening today, but we can keep asking.
There's a song about that. I believe it goes shots, 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 shots.
That will probably be how it happens, to be honest. So hopefully one day soon we can have a nice Wargaming Chicago Baltimore party. That would be a great party.
Well, we've done it virtually, but it's not the same.
It's not the same. No, it is not.
Like, we've had Zoom cocktail hours, but it's not the same.
Oh dear. Question that comes up every week, and I clip this. Every week we get asked about mercenary contracts and rank battles and things like that. I've clipped those answers. I've put them out on social media. We've answered them every week. They're still not forgotten. They're going to be coming back soon. We just have to be a little bit patient with that.
Yeah, the one thing is it's really good to hear that they're missed.
Yeah,
because when sometimes when you have things in the game for a long time and you look at their usage compared to other things in the game, you're like, okay, is it really worth continuing with this? So it's good that you guys keep bringing it up and keeping it at the forefront of our minds. It makes us aware that yep, that's something we definitely have to return. I already mentioned I think I mentioned last week, the mercenary contracts work is underway. It's not going to be a fast thing, but it's definitely coming. Ranked battles, having really big discussions right now about how best to do ranked battles. So another survey for you, Liam. So on top of would you rather work on a fixed map rotation or looking at more closely matching tanks from team to team? And I got corrected. It wouldn't be exact tanks, but matching tier and class exactly across the two teams.
With the map,
so that's survey 1, and then survey 2 for ranked battles. We always have the struggle when we do stuff as a separate mode, right? Because it splits up the player base, and if we have a lot of rewards in a different mode, sometimes we've gotten feedback of like, you're forcing me to play this mode because I'm losing earnings if I play random battles, but I really want to play random battles. That happens with like the holiday mode sometimes. So we always try to keep the earnings more even these days. But one of the things we're throwing right now is, should ranked battles be its own mode, or should ranked battles be part of random battles, and it's set up so that we can say, okay, here are the parameters for ranked battles, this weekend in random battle, tiers 8 and tiers 10, or however we want to structure it. We can say U.S. and German tanks, and so you'd still be playing random battles. You could still platoon with your friends, whatever. But if you were playing the right tier or the right nation, whatever the designation for the ranked battle for that weekend, every one of your battles would count towards your ranking for that weekend and your prizes. So separate mode or integrated into random battles, let us know.
Oh yeah, I'll do some digging on my end as well. It's a really interesting couple of ideas there. Cool. So we're kind of running out of time here. Before we go, I'm seeing like loads of questions from you guys. We don't have time today to go through all of them, but on Monday, I will answer all of your questions as I do every Monday. There's regular questions coming up about MOE, damage standing, stuff like that. I can give you guys answers about all of that on Monday, just because we talk about it every week. There's still a lot of, as PainGod said, there's only a specific amount of things that the team can work on at any one time, and some that results in some things taking a little bit longer than other things like spectatorhood as well. It's not like it's important, but it's there's priorities with things. So we can talk about all of that stuff on Monday, and we'll talk about some of the new season tanks and things like that as well, and we'll learn about our women tankers who are in the the CC and CA programs. As Modern Callout just said, after this stream, I go straight into note-taking mode. I'll take all of what we said here, recap it all, put it on the forums, put it on Discord, and it'll get shared over on social media. So if you guys, you've missed maybe the start, or if you missed some of the specific things that we talked about, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm going to put it on the forum straight after, before I start my weekend. All right.
Okay, I got those penetration stats, but I'll send those over to you, Liam, so you can explain them better than I can.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
Okay.
So yeah, that's pretty much everything I've got today. Any final words for the community, PainGod?
As always, thanks for playing. Hopefully the sun's coming out and getting warmer day by day where you're at.
It is.
It's not fast enough for me.
Yeah.
Wow, that means spring's almost here. Like daylight saving time is what, the 13th?
It's creeping up, and it's going to mess me up. Mistakes will be made. Every time this happens, it confuses me. And it happens every year, twice a year.
Twice a year. Unless you're in Arizona, parts of Indiana. There's a couple more places that are exactly where they're at.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah.
know that Illinois was actually going to leave daylight savings
I heard that. Yeah. I
in
think
2020, and the pandemic just delayed that whole thing?
I think the history of it is, if don't get me wrong, like is it something to do with being able to increase working hours, and it was like done during like the First or the Second World War or something like that? I think that's the history to it.
My understanding, although I've heard lots of things, my understanding is it was done for farming,
Farming,
which was,
yeah.
farming and outside workers,
Yeah.
um, to extend the number of hours a day that they could work. Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen a few people posted to say save fuel and stuff like that. But yeah,
Yeah, I've heard that too.
yeah. Confuses me though, so all right. Yeah, there we go. And a little nugget of information that we get on along with all the information we get, we also, we've learned something extra about daylight saving time.
Okay, one last thing.
One last
Mentos,
thing.
I announced a new tank. We have to give it away.
All right. We can give away
T77.
the T77. Okay. Now I feel like how Tankzos feels. Where's my giveaway
Oh
bot?
no, I forgot. That tank cell wasn't
Yeah, we got no Tankzos.
here. We just did a times 5 on Mentos's stress level.
I'm already going grey. All right. I think I got this. Let me get this giveaway going here. It's going to be a quick giveaway, folks. So get ready. I'm going to just get this all typed in here. So what shall I use for the... There we go. Okay. We're nearly there. So we're going to do hashtag PainGod with your console and what with your gamer tag and what console you play for a chance to win a T77. And I will quickly poll this. You've got a minute. All right. My bunny rabbit is telling me that she's hungry. She keeps coming. She has this room all to herself. So she's came out of a little house, came and walked all the way over here, and is right at my foot, and is like nibbling my foot right now. She's like, feed me, it's dinner time. All right. Here we go. I'm going to draw this. The Crangies. Congratulations.
Congratulations. At least it's not the same name that seems to win all the time.
Yeah, there is some lucky people here. All right, we have to announce it manually. Congratulations.
Sorry for making life harder on you, Mentos.
It is good. It is all good. All right, congratulations, the Crangies. If you could send me your gamer tag, I will credit you that on Tuesday when it's released. I hope you enjoy it. All right, I've got some reports to write, and I've got a recap to write up. So I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much, PainGod, for coming along.
Thank you, Mentos, for having me.
Alrighty.
Thank you for all of you that are viewing.
Great stuff. I'll see you all on Monday for Insider Information special episode for the new season. It starts at 2 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock UTC. And then straight after we'll be with Rybat. So stick around. Be a really fun day. Then Tuesday we've got the new season. And then on Friday we're going to be back here doing the community update. And then straight after we're going to do the Tanker Reward sweepstake. winners announcements. Going to give away a bunch of codes to everybody who comes into the channel. So be sure to come into the chat. Don't miss out on it. And we're going to be doing the bounty event as well. So stick around. All right, folks. See you next week.
All right. Bye, everyone.